You found out that you're a manifesting generator in your human design, but you're still confused and are looking for clarity. In this video, I'm going to break down the biggest misconceptions that you might have or that you might have picked up by reading and researching on your own so that we can get clarity, get you aligned so that you have a beautiful, satisfying, juicy experience. Let's get into it. Welcome to the Human Design Portal, your safe space to decondition, move out of resistance, and find your flow in life. My name is Michael Gabriella, and I'm a human design reader, a deconditioning expert, and the founder of the Transformational Human Design Certification. And in this video, I'm going to share my top tricks that have helped hundreds and hundreds of burned out and unaligned manifesting generators to regain their spark, find their energy, and move on to the path to their purpose. Let's get into it. The first misconception that I want to break down is the concept that there is only 4 energy types, which is the projector, the reflector, the manifestor, and the generator. And that the manifesting generator is a subcategory to the generator. And this is the reason why I do not like to approve that concept. It's not that I don't approve. This is like the Human Design 1.0, the OG Human Design, talk about 4 energy types. I think it's really important to give manifesting generators their own spot, because if you've ever met a manifesting generator, you will know that they have a very unique blend of energies. So as a manifesting generator, you are a unique hybrid between the manifestor and the generator. Even though your strategy, so your way to collaborate with the universe, is directly tied to responding to life, which is the same strategy as the generator, we cannot avoid the reality of your defined throat, which makes you manifestor, which is also a motor center. And so I think it's really important to understand that you are this hybrid, and therefore I wouldn't simplify your strategy by just boiling it down and being like, oh, it's the same as for the generator. You will notice if you go to my Instagram that you can check out here, that I create specific posts for manifesting generators, because you guys are not only the most curious of all energy types and so passionate about human design, which I absolutely love, but you have this very specific aura that I can sense and I feel. And so it is not just this consistent, warm energy that generators have, and it's not that intense authoritarian energy that manifestors have, but it is really like this electric mix, this very magnetizing, dominant, juicy, sexy, seductive kind of energy. And I believe you deserve your own spot. So I don't think we can just simplify it and be like, oh, manifesting generators are like generators, because your path to alignment is actually very different from the one of generators. Generators are here to do one thing, stick to that one thing, and gain mastery in that one thing, and that is a sign that they're aligned. Versus you as manifesting generator, you're actually here to learn horizontally. So a little bit of this and a little bit of that, a little bit of this. And your curiosity and your constant desire to learn something new and feeling pulled into different directions actually makes you so interesting and fascinating to be around, and is one of the things that people appreciate the most about you. You have this capacity for seeing things from a different perspective, because you yourself are living life in a complete different structure from that we have been brought up to think is the only way possible forward. And therefore, I think it's really important to create its own little recognition for the manifesting generator. Another really interesting myth I want to debunk about manifesting generators is that they're always on the go, always on the run, and they're high intensity people. Yes, a lot of manifesting generators are high intensity people, and what I've realized is that it stands out most in female manifesting generators than it does in male manifesting generators. We also have to take into consideration that some manifesting generators have more generator energy and some manifesting generators have more manifestor energy. And you can see that by the way that the sacral is connected to the throat. So a more generator energy will be seen by the fact that the channels that are connecting to the throat are coming from the sacral, or are coming from other motors, like the ego, for example. And then we have the more manifestor energy, which you will see that the throat is a through line of channels connecting to the sacral. So it's a through line, it's going to be more of a manifestor energy. If it is going through the sidelines, it's going to be more of a generator energy. And so it is really interesting, because even though they're high intensity people, you as a manifesting generator, you're the fastest, the most capable and intense energy type. Rest is still a really crucial part of the way that you move through life. And the beauty of being a manifesting generator is that you have a defined sacral center. And so by having a defined sacral center, the most aligned thing for you is to really know and be in tune when enough is enough and when you're able to give. So taking naps, sleeping the hours that you need to rest are really things that are going to help you find your balance and really be in tune with your yin and yang energy. The main goal for the manifesting generator is learning how to balance both of these energies, the generator and the manifester. We don't want to overcompensate with any of those. And so when you're able to rest, when you're deeply connected to your cycle, when you allow yourself to respond in the present moment and only do the things that you love, and you're never overstepping your own boundaries or compromising the things that your body is guiding you to do, you will actually have this beautiful internal cue to know when it's time to rest and when it's go time. So contrary to what people think, that manifesting generators are just like constantly, like this hurricane of energy that doesn't have any capacity to self-regulate, that is actually wrong. You have this defined sacral center. Your sacral center is energetic dominant, and therefore you actually have a very strong internal guiding system that allows you to know when it's time to take a break, when it's time to rest, and when it's time to push and get on the gas pedal. And the last myth that I want to debunk, or that I want to reframe, is this idea that manifesting generators are always meant to be juggling 10 things at a time and need to have 10 side projects, okay? Yes, there is this innate capacity, this innate drive, this innate curiosity, and what we want to do is we want to normalize that. We want to bring acceptance into those parts of you that are curious, that want to branch out, that don't want to be narrowed down into a box. Like, that is who you've come to be. That is an essential part of your alignment. That is your way of being in tune with energetic authenticity. But oftentimes what manifesting generators seem to struggle most with is this concept of not being able to focus, wanting to do too many different things, being afraid that other people won't see them for who they are or won't have clarity because they themselves feel like they don't have clarity. So as a manifesting generator, the core of your essence is that you're going to bring two things that people don't see together as something that naturally flows together. And this is because you have this curiosity, you have this understanding. So you can dedicate your whole life into becoming a coach, but maybe you will have 20 different toolboxes, right? You can be a writer and create a wellness journal. And instead of just talking about one subject, you have all of these different interviews with different topics, from cacao ceremonies to ayahuasca to the Enneagram, human design, whatever it is, right? You have different things that you can touch. And so you interview people with whom you discuss different curiosities that you have. But the umbrella is being a writer or having a journal or having a blog. And it's the same if you want to, for example, work in cinema. Maybe instead of being like, oh, I just want to be a director, you're the person that wears a lot of different hats. So you're the screenwriter, you become the actor, you become the cinematographer. And that is how, as a manifesting generator, you don't have to fear that you always need to branch out and do crazy different things. And some things can just stay hobbies. Sometimes you want to engage in learning into something, and it doesn't mean that it has to become your new work. But actually, if you allow yourself to explore these things without judging them, that will be the best outcome of them all. And so not all manifesting generators have this feeling of being all over the place. You don't have to subscribe to that narrative. You can happily find different avenues to explore your curiosity within one thing that you want to bring out into the world. And actually, that's going to make it so much more juicier, right? Like, why would I go to one blog that talks about one thing if I can find your blog that talks about 20 different things, right? And so allowing yourself to find a way to commit to the thing that excites you, and then bringing curiosity and bringing color into whatever you're doing might help you from having this feeling of being lost and not knowing which direction to take. So if you're a manifesting generator and you're afraid that you always have to be juggling 10 things at a time, you're great at doing that. And if somebody is able to do that, it's you. It's important that you create awareness around the fact that you don't need to stick to one thing. But if you do stick to one thing, because that's the thing you're passionate about, it might be that the branching out within this thing, it might be taking on different colors, different hats, different clothes that allow you to explore different avenues within this one thing, under this one umbrella that you're passionate about. I hope you enjoyed this video and got some value out of it. If you have any doubts or any other myths or misconceptions that you want to share with me, please leave them in the comments below. I love reading everything that you share with me, and it allows me to create better, more aligned content for you. And so if this video has brought you any value at all, please share it with somebody that could need this information, that you could think could benefit from what you've learned, and subscribe, like my video. It helps me grow awareness and be able to continue to offer all my insight for you. So thank you so much for listening. And remember, I don't care what anybody says. I love you.